Hola amigos, it's Will here from Will's Custom Figures and coming at you today with a manager spectacular big bad breakdown. And firstly, I would like to say what a treat it's been to work on these two, especially the mouth from the South, Jimmy Hart. I've loved working on this version of him. So please sit back and enjoy. I hope you like this video. Let's start with somebody I have less of an affiliation with, but is also a pretty badass character, Slick. I loved working on this guy. He was sent to me by one of my customers, Paul. Paul, thank you for commissioning me to work on him. I really like how the details have turned out here. I'm super happy and super impressed with the fine sculpting. I'm not sure if this is from an actual original WWE figure or where the head sculpt is from. However, I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. You can see he's wearing his hat. I don't think that there was one specific version of Slick that my customer asked me to work on, so we sort of had a bit of a chat, and he was really pleased with how the outfit and how his how all the specifics had turned out. I always like to put the little buttons underneath the wrist here, as if it was a real suit. And I also like to gloss the boots. I usually mention this in my videos just to make them look like they've been polished and they're a little bit smarter. I've moved up to the torso here. Really love all the detail on here. His little handkerchief or whatever it may be in his pocket here. And the face. I hope you like how it's turned out. I mentioned on a previous video how I do a bit of a conveyor belt to try and get all of the details on there, and it certainly worked with this. I think by the time I got to Slick's eyes, I was super happy with how they were turning out. As I mentioned, I don't really have much of an affiliation with him and much of a affinity is the word, because he was kind of a little bit before my time. When I started watching wrestling was the mid-90s, and I think he'd sort of been and gone by then. Maybe did a little bit of stuff outside of the WWF, which was my main source of wrestling entertainment then. Now, just on to Slick before I move on to Jimmy Mouth of the House Hart. He probably took about 3 hours worth of solid painting to complete, so certainly no small mini project. Now, a little bit of a story about this guy. Now, what a larger than life character he is. The mouth from the South, Jimmy Hart. Easy for me to say. Messed it up twice on this video already. This is a phenomenal sculpt. All hand painted, as you can tell. You can see all the details there, all the little love hearts painstakingly painted onto his megaphone, and all of these lovely musical notes. As we know, he's had some fantastic scores within professional wrestling, and this body for me personifies everything I could think of in a mouth from the South. Now, I'm just going to set him down and focus on the glasses. You can see they are two-tone, so there is a lovely sort of bronze colour there. There's all teeth in the mouth. The hair, oh, dropped the megaphone there. That's good, because I'll do a bit of a review on that in a minute. The hair is perfectly done here. A couple of different tones in there. I don't know if you can pick them up on the camera, but I always like to roughly mix my browns, my greens and my blacks together, and then rather than just covering it in one solid colour, you know, for example, Beastie Brown, the Vallejo colour, it's not going to look very real. So I like to mix them all together and then just sort of slop it on there, mix it around, and usually that gives it a little bit more of a realistic look. This look of mouth from the South is really important to me. But just to go back to my story, the reason that he means such a lot to me is I remember my first ever big time wrestling show that I went to with the FWA in Coventry at the Sky Dome, and that's my home city where I grew up in the UK. And Jimmy was walking through the crowd. I fist pump him during the intermission and the break when everyone was going for popcorn breaks, and he was doing a bit of a bit of crowd signing and things like that. So always have a special place in my heart. Here is a bit of a close up of the megaphone. So synonymous with the mouth from the South. Really happy with how this has turned out. I do actually have these megaphones casted out of clay and resin now, so if anybody wants one, I can do you a resin sculpt of these. Just message me and let me know. And that's it, guys. I'll pop that down there. Two awesome legends from the 90s. To me, two of the most standout managers of all time. I can't really think of anybody else other than maybe Paul Bearer and Paul Heyman that stand out to me more than these two. Classic characters. I love how they've turned out. I really hope you've liked them as well. Height-wise, they both stand approximately 4.5 inches tall, and I'm very pleased with the final looks here. I hope you guys are too. I hope you've liked this video. I'm going to follow it up with some lovely pictures. Oh, here we go. There we go. Slightly better camera view for you there, and I'll do a little bit of a free cam. Hopefully you like what you see. I love this diorama background, by the way, the WWF Backstage Assault. You can see a few of the characters to your left if you had a sneaky look there. And that's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want to make your own ones, or if you want to order any from myself. I'll be more than happy to talk through that with you. Like me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take it easy, and thanks again for watching.